With that said, let's get into our guest speaker. He's a regional vice president. He will be the youngest senior vice president in ASEAN history. He's about to do that, and he's on track. July 9th, he jumped on a plane from his country in 2002 and decided to come to America. He was just saying, listen, America's full of people that don't want an opportunity. They're so busy working. He said, I didn't come here for no freaking job. I came for an opportunity to get wealthy, because most Americans can't see it if it's slapped. Anyway, he just had a birthday. He and I share the same month of birthday. His birthday is March the 6th. He just made 29. He came to America and he landed and he took off like a rocket ship. He started working at Applebee's and figured out he could make more money. I got to get a job with some money in my pocket. But where's an opportunity I can get behind? Where's that opportunity? Where's that opportunity? And when he saw ASEAN, he said he dropped the skillet, he dropped everything, got started, and never looked back. His last time he had a job was November of 2013. See how close I pay attention? 2013, he dropped the skillet, dropped the French fries at Applebee's, slapped the manager, took off the apron, and threw it upside the wall and said, I'm out. And he never looked back. And no, he's not a rapper. He's not an athlete. He is an entrepreneur in ASEAN. Without further ado, let's get my dear friend on, the great regional vice president, platinum, Mr. Shakeel Cooper.
Thank you. I'm excited to be back on the call today. It's always a blessing to be on these calls, and I love that shirt, rapper. You know, like most people, they think that that's what you got to become in order to become successful, but it's really all about becoming an entrepreneur. So what I love about this opportunity, hold on 1 second. What I love about this opportunity is that because it gives you the opportunity to literally do whatever you want to do. And what I love about just network marketing, I was talking to someone yesterday about it, and I'm like, man, they was like, you've been doing this for a long time. I'm like, I have been, but I feel as though I haven't even got started yet, because what it gives you the opportunity to do is just continue to just keep dreaming and dreaming and dreaming. So I want to thank you, Mr. Thomas, for all of those kind words. For the people on the call who don't know who I am, my name is Shakeel Cooper. I'm currently 29 years old. Got in this business 9 years ago when I was just 20 years old, working at a restaurant called Applebee's. No business background. A close friend invited me out to see the business. I said, sure, I'll come check it out. Got started, had a lot of success. And since November 2013 was the last time I punched the clock. So I've been able to become an entrepreneur basically my entire 20s. And I just love the opportunity to be out there to just become your own boss. And today I put together something for you guys to learn that these are some of the things that I follow that have helped me in my journey. And I know for a fact that it's been proven to work. So if you guys have a pen and a journal, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to share my screen so we can go right into the information. So network marketing success is very similar to entrepreneurship. And a lot of times people don't understand that when you are a network marketer, you are an entrepreneur. And the reason why you're an entrepreneur, because now you have your own business. And it will take a good, honest look at who you are, because once you choose to become an entrepreneur, you start to figure out kind of who you are. From that point on, you will get a chance to get real deep with yourself, because you're going to spend a lot of time asking yourself questions like, do I really want to do this? But you got to do what's best for you. From there, with the typical 9 to 5, like I was talking about, you show up on time and you do the work and you get a paycheck. As long as you show up and you get the work done, you get paid. But in network marketing, it's so different. And the reason why it's so different, because if you don't work, you're not going to make money. And a lot of times, most people think that because they've been involved in the business for a long time, that they should be successful and at the top of the company. But what I learned about this industry is that you don't get paid for the time that you're a part of the industry. You get paid for the actual work that you put in while being involved in the industry. So with building your business, entrepreneurship, and network marketing success, it will take some great levels of effort and discipline up front without getting the rewards right away. You have to practice delayed gratification. You can't think that, oh, in 2 years, I'm going to be super successful. 3 years, 5 years, even 10 years. There's no limit, because you don't really know when you're going to be successful, but you have to be in this frame of mind where it's going to pay off. I got to put the work in right now. If you don't put the work in, I can promise you that there's a lot of people that regret that they did not take the business serious when they first started. They just regretted it. And the reason why they regret it, because when you think about it, the longer that it takes you to go out there and have success is the shorter time that you'll be able to have time spending reaping the rewards. See, I told myself I didn't want to be involved in the industry for 10, 15 years before I started to reap the fruits of my labor. I wanted to have success right away. And while I'm continuing to learn, I'm earning more money doing this business than I would work in any typical 9-to-5. From there, what also makes a lot of sense to me is that it takes a mental muscle and the ability to delay gratification. So this is with anything that you do. If you don't have any delayed gratifications at all, what's going to happen is that you're going to be asking yourself, when am I going to be successful? Why am I not successful right now? Why am I not successful? And these questions over and over, I'm sorry, I'm downtown Houston right now. I don't know what is going on. But again, it takes that mental muscle. And if you don't have that mental muscle where it's though you said, listen, I know it's going to pay off. 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 You have to tell yourself this every single day. There's no such thing as an overnight success. Even me today, I still tell myself that you got to put that work in. You're not where you need to be at. You got to put that work in. While a lot of people look at me like I already made it, I felt as though I haven't even got started yet, because you never want to put yourself in a position where you're comfortable. You're comfortable where you're at. You're happy with the little bit of success that you've had. But I feel as though until I touch at least $100 million in my life, I am not going to be comfortable. And that's just me. For there, whether you are new to the industry or you're a seasoned pro, you got to get real with yourself. And a lot of times, this is what stops a lot of people, is that you're telling yourself a lie. You're telling yourself that you want to be somewhere, but you're not willing to put in the work. If you don't put in the work, you're not going to be successful. You're just not. It's just not going to happen, right? Ask yourself, how much work do you put in a daily? How many invitations do you do? How many promotions are you doing? How many people do you invite to see your services or learn about your business opportunity? If you're not talking to people every single day, networking with people every single day, how do you really believe that you will be successful if we're in the people business and you're not talking to people every single day, sharing what you do? You got to get results. See, if you're not getting results, then how do you expect other people to believe in you? How do you expect your team to follow you, right? Because increasingly, people they only trust you and stand behind you when you have success. It's weird. It's like when you don't have success, nobody supports you. But the moment that you are successful, everybody want to be on your team. Everybody want to partner with you. Everybody want to hang out with you. Everybody's your buddy when you win it. But when you first start off, most people are not going to see the vision and understand that that's just how success works. Most people don't really want to be a part of your success until you're already successful and they see other people want to be just like you, right? So the more authentic that you are, the more people will trust you. You got to be a real person. I tell people all the time that I'm not a role model, I'm a real model. Meaning that I'm not playing some type of role, I'm just being myself. And if you're just being yourself and you're being real, then guess what? More people will like you. The more that people trust your consistency and your results, the likelier they will buy from you and join your team. If you're not successful and you're not consistent, nobody's going to follow you. If you are always the person that starts something and they quit, and then start something else and they quit, and then start, if you just keep starting new things and quit, that's why I tell people all the time, when you start network marketing and you join 2-3 companies in a couple years, listen, no one's going to follow you. It is what it is. You might get lucky, but the average person don't. Because how can you trust someone that based off emotions? If something happened in one company, oh, I'm going to go to another company, when in reality, they should be looking at themselves in the mirror, because it's the same thing. We get reps and customers, no matter what company that you go to, the industry is still the same. So again, you have to look at yourself. Are you really being consistent? Do people even like you? If you're not a likable person, it's going to be really hard to have success, right? The more results that your customers get, the more testimonials and the social proof that you have, because at the end of the day, we get customers and we get customer getters. So you always want to have customers have a great experience, because what customers are going to do is that they're going to bring you more referrals. And the business is all about referrals. Word of mouth marketing is the best form of marketing till this day. The more positive testimonials you have, the more people will buy from you. The more that you make in business, the more people will be interested. It is what it is. When people start seeing you making money, everybody want to be down with you, right? All of this takes consistency, determination, and drive. If you don't have those three things, it's going to be very, very challenging. And it takes showing up for yourself. Not listen, showing up for who? Yourself. Notice I said yourself first, because if you don't show up for you, how can you show up for other people? Then you'll show up for your team, and then your future long before you are making a career level income. Meaning that if you plan on making six figures in the industry, you have to become a professional. You just can't get started and just think you're going to make a lot of money right away. It doesn't work like that. I'm sorry. It just doesn't work like that. You have to become a professional, right? You will get a chance to put in the work day in and day out. You have all opportunity where you have 24 hours just like everybody else to go out there and do what you need to do, right? And it is key that you look at the business and the average time that it takes to start to make that career type of income. Think about it, right? How many people you know make six figures at their job? The average person don't, right? So, and the person that do make six figures at their job, think about how long they've been working there. So you may choose to accelerate this by putting in more work than the average person. So the reason why I was able to have a lot of fast success, because while people was playing around, I did it every single day. I never missed a Saturday train. I said to myself, man, I'm just putting in the work right now so that when I'm in my 30s, I can truly enjoy the fruits of my labor, because I didn't want to be the person that have to keep working and not being able to enjoy everything that I work for. So I sacrificed the time saying, you know what? I'm going to put my head down and I'm just going to work. So guess what I did? I did exactly that. So all I did was accelerating my time by just doing it every single day and cutting down that time frame. So to most people, I've done more work in 9 years than the average person probably did in 20 years they've been a part of this industry. Just because I cut the time down by doing it every single day. Because at the end of the day, you are in control of your business. You control how fast or how slow or how big or how small you choose to build your business. But at the end of the day, it's going to be up to you to go out there and to do that, right? You got to develop relationship skills. Some of us are better than others at relationship skills, but you want to take a good look at how do you relate to people? Are you even relatable to people? Do you make friends with people? Some people, they don't even talk to people when they see people in public, right? You got to talk to people. Talk to every single person. I don't care if they're homeless or they're a millionaire. Talk to every single person. Say, hey, man, I like you. I like your watch. I like your hat. Just give people compliments. Are you a positive person? If you're not a positive person, people are not going to want to be around you, right? Do you know what people you talk to care about? If you don't know what people care about, then what are you going to bring up to even have a conversation with them? Do you offer something of value? This is important. Are you a person of value? My favorite mentor, Jim Rohn, said, you get paid for the value that you bring to the marketplace, right? Do you create a community? Because if you don't create that community, how do you expect to build that organization of people that's going to be out there building your organization for you? So when I first got involved, I created my own community by starting what's called the wolf pack. And the reason why, because a wolf pack, one person can't operate in a wolf pack. It's a team. So once people knew that they was a part of a pack, they felt as though it was a part of a family and a team. So they worked harder for the team than they did for themselves, right? Do you follow up with people regularly, and what methods works for you? Did you figure out what works for you? Because most people are just doing anything and they don't really know what works for them, right? Do you ask people, what do they want? Most people don't know what they want. I ask people, what do you want? Like, what do you want out of this situation? Because if you don't know what you want, I can't help you. Do you genuinely care about people's results? I care about helping people. Anyone that work with me, if they don't have success, it's because of them, not because of me. Because I will give you the blueprint, but I can't do the work for you. Are you friendly, yet fun and professional? You have to be all of this. You can't be serious all the time. We're in business, but guess what? You got to have fun. People want to be around you. If you're not friendly, a person, then people are going to, it's just going to repel from you. So you want to be friendly, yet fun, but at the same time, you want to be professional. You want people to be able to treat you serious and take you serious as a business owner, right? The better your relationship skills are, the likely that people will feel safe with you. And the more that they feel safe with you, the longer that they will connect with you long term, as long as you offer something of value consistently. People will keep connecting with you. You got to keep growing and bringing more value to yourself. The reason why I'm still able to be out here, and growing, because I bring value to the world. I work on myself every single day, because if you're not working on yourself, how do you expect to bring value to other people if you can't even bring value to your own self? Because everything, I realize, it all starts with self, right? You want to master the mindset. Again, a lot of these things that I'm talking about, it sounds repetitive, but it's success. It's the formula. It's doing the same thing over and over and over and over, hearing the same things over and over and over and over before it click, right? So you want to master your mindset, and that's the best thing that you can do for yourself in life, period. Not just in business, but in life, right? But in network marketing, it's important because you deal with so many people. Not only do you deal with so many people, but you deal with people in areas of their health and their wealth. And the reason why I say you deal with them in their health and their wealth, because that's going to be two of the biggest factors when it comes to building this business. And these are typically in areas that bring up the most fears, the most doubts, insecurities, and that's for all of us, right? And this will take a new level of self-mastery for you with your self-awareness, self-control, self-belief, self-discipline to rise to a new level of personal development and leadership. In order to get to where you need to go, you have to develop that self-control. You have to have that self-belief. You have to have that belief that, listen, I don't care what nobody else believes. I believe in what I believe. You can't care about what other people believe in what you got going on, because nobody can see it but you. Stop trying to get people to see your dream. They don't even understand it. And when I stop caring about what other people think, I don't care anything about what people think about anything, because most people don't even think. So again, you got to focus on your self-control, your self-belief, your self-discipline, because those are going to be the things that's going to help you get to the next level and where you're trying to get to go. You can't care about what other people think, because people are always going to tell you, this don't work, man. I did it this way. No, man. It's what about what I believe. I don't care what you know. I know what I believe, right? So just to end the call, right? Look, it takes an average executive about 10 to 15 years with school experience in a corporation, right, to get to the top, right? Why would you think it will be any different in network marketing? I don't know why people think this is like the magic pill. Like, it takes some people, doctors, 10 years, 15 years to become doctors. And you think that you're going to happen overnight. And at any point, you have the choice to choose if you want to put in 10 times the work, 100 times, or infinity, where you're just working nonstop like a crazy person to get to the next level, right? But guess what? You got the same choice. There's no limitations. Work for the freedom you want. You put in the work. I didn't say work for the money that you want. I said work for the freedom, because at the end of the day, you're not doing this for money. You're doing this to be free to do what you want to do. It's not about the money, but you need money to do it. It's just, it is what it is. Focus on becoming free. Focus on waking up without an alarm clock. Focus on going where you want to go, doing what you want to do, having what you want to have. Focus on that. Because if you focus on that, I promise you the money will come. That's why I tell people I don't chase money and I don't work for it. I just attract it, because I know that I put in the work in order to get it. And I work on myself, because at the end of the day, you are your biggest asset. There's people that would spend hundreds of thousands of dollars in fixing up a house and all kinds of things, but they wouldn't even put $1,000 into personal development into themselves. When you are the best and the biggest investment that you can ever make in life, you are your biggest investment, right? So be nice to people at the same time. Do not let others limit you on your quest for MLM success. And you guys, anyone can do it. It's just going to take a lot of work, a lot of growing, a lot of self-discipline, and it's a lifelong university. It's not going to happen overnight. And even if you get the pin, you never stop growing. So it's just a lifelong university where you're growing, you're learning, and you're just living your life. I mean, it's no other way to explain it. But I can tell you that it's going to take a lot of work, a lot of dedication, and invest. Believe in it. Believe that you can get to where you're trying to go. That's the first step. And I'm going to end it with this. At the end of the day, everything I said was great, but if you don't believe in yourself, nothing that I just said matters. Nothing. You first got to just believe in you and believe that, man, I can do what I want to do, have what I want to have, go where I want to go, and anything that I want in this world, I can have it. That got to be the mindset that you got to have, because if you don't have that mindset, it's going to be very challenging to have success, and nobody will be able to change that for you but you. So I thank you, Mr. Thomas, for having me on the call, and I look forward to being back next week.